This is the start of a brand new series called Adventures SMP. It's where me and my brother, mostly maybe some of my other siblings, just go around and play in a survival Minecraft world with no keep inventory on or any cheats. It will mostly, unfortunately, just be me and my brother, but first thing I really did was collect wood. While I'm collecting wood, I'm going to explain to you a few of the mods we have. We have this little adventure guy, and he could give us items if we really wanted, but we decided that was cheating, so we're not allowed to do so. We have an owl mod where you can tame owls, crossbreed, and give them stuff, and they can do stuff for you. We also have this graveyard mod, and when you die, it makes your stuff be stuck in a graveyard, so that way you can still keep it. We decided to do this because if we didn't have to keep inventory, then at least we'd have this. The people you see, this one's my little sister joining, but she quit halfway through and she said she didn't want to do it anymore because she kind of rage baited a little bit. But the other guy's my brother. We all kind of decided to go on our own for a little bit. We all had our own random stuff we were doing. My main goals were to get a starter base, starter tools, get a farm in the future, tame an owl, and figure out how to get the feathers. Because for the feathers, you can give and make stuff for your owls, and it's really cool, and you can give it and they'll do stuff for you. So I really wanted to just crossbreed and see how many different type of owls there were. The funny thing I find about me and my siblings is we all had different important goals we wanted to do. My brother always wants to speed run everything, my little sister just wants to kind of chill, and I just want to get a pretty starter base. But my starter base, if you couldn't tell, was not pretty at all, which you'll see in the future. Tick speed was really low because we were on a no cheats world, so we weren't allowed to mess with the tick speed. So my first main thing was to get and kill animals. By this time, my sister and brother were already on boats, so I decided to go ahead and pack up and maybe find a better place to start my base at rather than just living in a mangrove, because I didn't really like mangrove and it wasn't much of it, and I don't like acacia at all. So I really wanted to get an acacia tree first, that way if I settle a new place and I ever need acacia wood, I could. So most of this time is just going to be spent on water, so I'm going to do a little fast forward for that. I found a jungle though, but I didn't stay there because it was getting dark and I didn't want to die, so... I spent some of my time just admiring the sunset, which you could see I slowed it down a little bit so it was better. The sunset was really pretty. I really like how they added realism a little more to Minecraft. I also came upon a little ruins and I got mining fatigue, which was really painful because when I finally found an island, I couldn't mine anything. So apparently I went back to the start again and I refound my island, so I was just going to set up here at the starter island, and my brother said he was going to come find me because he was getting tired of living alone. So first thing I wanted to do was get a few chests and get everything settled out, but the problem was I kind of forgot I had mining fatigue and took a really long time mining this tree bark. Yeah, that wasn't my best decision, as you can see. It's fast forward because of how slow it was. And then right after my mining fatigue went away, so yay. Since I finally had settled down, I wanted to set my home here for now, and then I was going to find a prettier place later on. So while I was doing that, I was trying to find out while I was doing so, I actually found out how useful somewhat copper could be, and I used some of it to make me a little patch of armor. And my brother was off in the mines, I think. Pretty sure this was when he was. So I went out to go get more meat because I found out that if you can tame owls with rabbit meat, and I decided that since you could do that, I would go kill some animals so you could trade you can trade regular meat to the owl trader and it'll give you rabbit meat. So that's what I was doing, and once I finally got that, I went and tamed two owls, and then also found out that once you breed them together, that's how you get the feathers. I then decided that I wanted to get started on a farm since I was going to be living here for a little bit. Even though the tick speed was really slow, I wanted to get some sheep too, because you can make little hats for the owls, and if you make that hat, they can brew potions. So what I was mainly doing here was trying to either kill animals from a beef, find some sheep, or really just get some seeds. It was really boring experience. Most of this episode is just gonna get me started for the next episode, which the next episode will be really exciting. I found really exciting because I finally got to tame my first owl, and since I had extra meat, I went and tamed another one. Again, my brother's still down in the mines. He will be for most of this episode, and then we finally met up again, and he helped me get some of my owls and get the breeding stuff. So we got a lot done in this episode actually. In this one, I was trying to see if the owl would follow me. And I haven't had my second owl yet because I didn't know what to do with the meat. Because I was kind of new to this, so I didn't really know how to set anything up. So for this one, I was trying to figure out what I do with each and every owl and what they could do to help me. Because this mod was really new and we didn't know anything about it. This was also when I found out that you have to breed the owls to get the feathers, because the other times I'd been killing owls because I didn't know if you killed them if it would give you the feathers, because I didn't think you had to breed them. But apparently every time you breed them you get 2 feathers per owl. So this would be really useful because each different type of feather you get, you can use to craft different things for your owls. And each different thing you make for your owl, you can give them special abilities and they can do stuff for you. The thing I also learned, there are normal owls, there's elder owls, and I think there's wise owls. The elder owl can help you enchant a magic staff and get abilities for it, which I found really neat. For the only reason you can get an elder owl is you have to breed 2 owls to get an elder owl. So that's what I decided to do first. I really wanted to get an elder owl, and my stupid adventures guide wouldn't stop getting in my way. So I went out looking for another owl so that way I could breed the 2 and get a wise owl, which, as you can see, I was having a little trouble because of all the mods. But I ended up taming a butt ton of owls, and they did make a baby. But unfortunately, you can't tell if it's an elder owl until they grow up. So that was not a painful process because I just distracted myself with doing a lot of other things first. Over here, I was trying to isolate the owls. That way they would all be low and cool. That way I wouldn't have any troubles with them in the future. And I think this isn't where me and my brother do meet up soon. I went to go kill more animals. That way I could also grab more meat and get more raw rabbit. And with that, I wanted to get my brother an owl. Head out here was me and my brother went to go eat a little bit because we hadn't ate really, but I think this is where me and my brother actually meet up because it was so long, and we made a deal where we would get some sheep and he'd make me shears. He was in the cave all the time. He had a lot of iron, so he had like a butt ton of iron, so we also made us both iron sets, but that was more into the future when we actually met up, because we haven't met up for a long time because he's still in the cave. It was me trying to get a puny little farm started because I really needed sugar cane too, and he came back. I asked him if he could bring me a bucket, which he was going to, so I decided I'll make a little farm to see if we could get some sheep and cows, because that's what's really needed with this. You really need a lot of wool and stuff with this whole owl mod. It's really fun though, so I wasn't complaining. I also needed more wood because I needed more tools and chests. As you can see, some of my tools are almost out. My brother finally decided to join us, and I made him a bed because my little sister was complaining about how we weren't sleeping. So he had his little upper place and I'm a little downstairs place, and this is when he hooked me up with all those iron stuff, and we had really disfigured chests and they were not really good at all. So I decided to start on our animal farm, and first things first, I really wanted us to get sheep, and because sheep was really needed. As I said, we really need wool. And I was decided if we could get chickens or cows. Chickens would be better, so we just went ahead and got chickens. But now that I think about it, cows would be a better source food. So as you can see right now, this was me trying to get our other farm grown up too. So since I finally built the little cave for the sheeps, I decided that I was gonna bone meal those so we could finally go get some sheep. Well, my brother was looking for sheep. I decided to make our farm bigger because he came back with an iron bucket. So that way we could have 2 farms. We could have an animal farm and we could have a wool and sugarcane farm. I don't really know why we needed sugarcane. Well, I didn't until me and my brother were talking about how we need a book for these quests, because you could do quests and it basically just taught you how to do the Owlmon. So right now this was us trying to figure out the quest, and I gave him one of the feathers so he could do it. Now we were low on sugarcane, so we went hunting for it. As you can see here, it's gonna take me a while because I tried planting some and then I went looking for some, which I found really like a ton, like 13 I think. We'll see. This was both of us getting the little book for the mod thing. We really couldn't do anything, so I just gave most of the stuff to him so he could do it, because I really just didn't know how to do it. He has an Enderman skin. My skin's based off one of my OCs. I have a lot of OCs, and yeah, we call this OC Omni, so my name's Omni because my channel. And we finally went to sleep because I was so glad we got beds. And yeah, he also gave me that iron armor, so now this was us getting sheep back, which I'm so glad we got back. He kept asking me if he could dye them blue, which I felt bad, but I really needed the little wool so we could have little hats. So yeah, this was his breeding sheep, and then I let him dye them blue after. And yeah, I made them a little cute hat. I don't really know what I'm gonna be naming my owl yet, but like owlet or something. Apparently, oh yeah, that was a wise owl too. The one I gave the hat was a wise owl, and he's so cute. I don't know what I want to name him, but I want his name to be really, really old. This was also me and my brother trying to expand our base because we wanted some storage because we couldn't find anything. And we were also on the topic of getting little copper golems for storage and stuff, but I will tell you right now that did not work at all, and it looked like a mess after. We also figured out how to use the witch hat. You had to give them a bottle and they could brew potions for you, which the first one he brewed was water breathing, I'm pretty sure. I'm calling it a he now. We're calling him Osmos. Lame also gave his a name, but I'll have to go back and ask him what he gave it. I can't remember because we also got him one and I got him a little hat and he was so happy about it. It was so cute. I love how they have little hat things. There's like a goggle one in there that I really want too, so hopefully we can do that next episode. But right now, this was just about expanding it all. I also had to go AFK again for a little second. Those were me looking at all the hats. You can see here, there's like a helmet, a witch's hat, a little hood, glasses, goggles, amulet, and the witch's stick, which I didn't then decided that the witch's stick was what the elder thing was talking about, that you can enchant, and it was really cool. That's why I really like how you can give them little decorations. They're so cute with the little hats on. This was then when I decided that I wanted to go and I wanted to expand our farm bigger, and because I totally forgot about that after and spent half of that time admiring my little pet's hat. He's so cute, I can't handle it anymore. A creeper also blew up, so we had to take care of that, but we still haven't patched the hole. I went looking for food more so we can get Flame could get his own owl, and I also wanted to find out if you make them different colored hats with different colored wool, if it would color the hat different, which unfortunately it didn't. So we got into this little brawl with a few monsters while looking for Flame, a little owl. I think we either got the owl that night or we got the owl the other night. He also wanted a little obsession with armadillos, which was really, really cute because I see why he got them. So we were getting spider eyes, and I think I got like 3 of them for him. And he kept yelling at me to get back to the base because we both needed to sleep. Then found that my wizard guy left me a little water breathing potion, so I gave him a new glass bottle, and we had more little rabbit meat left, so I went and I bred them. That way we could get more wise owls, and if I got more wise owls, we could get little feathers, and Flame could get his own owl. So we got new feathers, so I went ahead and I made Flame his little hat after going and shaving the sheep. So while I was in the middle of this, I decided that I wanted to get some little bone meal. That way we could expand our farm more, because usually the tick speed is really, really slow. Then I gave his little owl a hat, and I decided to start building the farm. So that way we could finally get our cows, but we never did get cows. I asked him for the bucket, and yeah, I kind of forgot he gave it to me for a second. But here's a little thing of me just going around and farming And yeah, I keep saying and, my apologies. And made a bundle for all the owl stuff to go, and I think this is when I decided that I wanted a copper golem, which the rest of the episode was spit me trying to find a pumpkin, because I thought you just had to put, Flame told me that you just had to put copper and a lightning rod on top of it, and then he was like, hey, you need to go find pumpkins. So half of this episode is literally, not half of this episode, but half of the end of it was literally me just running around to find pumpkins. So then decided that it would be fun to brawl with an Enderman, which resolved in his death. Now that I realize it, I hadn't died once this episode, which I'm very proud of. Honestly, I thought I'd be the one dying because usually Flame's the one good at Minecraft and I'm not. But this was me going on my little spiel for pumpkins again because I really wanted that copper golem. Turns out they're completely useless, but they were still cute, so hey, we also had enough to make 2, so I was really happy in the end. Then I had finally found the pumpkins, and we went back and I made my little copper golems. The only problem with our whole base was that I could not find the way back. That's what me and Flame wanted to make a little pillar for, so that's probably what the next episode will be about. So yeah, we made a little copper dude, and he was super cute, and this is when we decided we probably should start getting storage started on. So I used all our wood and made a bunch of chests, but they didn't really look even. So the next episode, we're going to be focusing on doing that too. There's a lot of things we need to do for the next episode that will probably come out sooner or later. We made 2 of them because we wanted to, and I asked him, so he shared one and I shared one, and they were so cute. I got a little look at our owls, and they both have hats on. The thing I also want to do next episode is going to be about crossbreeding, and we're going to try to get them all different little hats, because apparently you're going to need like rabbit skin and all this different type of feathers too, so it's going to be really cool. Next episode, we're focusing on just crossbreeding and also getting our farm started up, because it's really bad. Well, basically the half of this rest of this episode was also us just sorting through storage and trying to get the little copper guys to do their jobs, which we found out they were really, really slow at. And I decided I wanted to go get more seeds and see if I could get a little chicken, which, as you couldn't see then, a zombie just came up with me and tried to attack me with a little seed, but it failed really badly and it just gave me 2 seeds. So hunting for a chicken and couldn't find one. I hunted for cows and couldn't find them either. And then I went to go breed the sheep, and one of the sheep really just got out, so I accidentally killed one on accident. Was telling me to go breed them, and I accidentally killed one. And I really was just focused on getting the copper golems and just ending this episode. I wanted to use these little platters to get on easier, even though we had the little jumping tool, which I forgot I made a walking stick. We also have those little mods. This will be the end wrap for episode 1. I hope you really enjoyed it, and it will get more interesting, I promise. I'm really excited to explore more with the owls and the mods, because there's this crystal mod I also forgot to mention. It's gonna be so much fun. Please, we hope you enjoy. See you next time. Bye bye.